But if you guys take a look at the stands, all the seats, even the courtside seats, are empty.
The latest playoff ratings are in, and the drop is shocking. With A'ja Wilson eliminated from the playoffs, the reaction has been crickets. The truth is, without Caitlin Clark on the court, fans are tuning out. Her absence has left a void in excitement and viewership. The WNBA just isn't hitting the same, and the numbers prove it. Ratings have already plummeted by an eye-popping 50%.
Let's just say the ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now eliminated. Game 1 of the Aces Liberty matchup on Sunday drew an average of 929,000 viewers. Was down nearly 50% from last Sunday's Fever Sun contest. By the way, not only was viewership down, attendance was as well.
The WNBA's last major draw, A'ja Wilson, has been knocked out, and let's be honest, even when she was still in, the viewers weren't exactly flocking in. Now, with just Dejanay Carrington and Alyssa Thomas carrying what's left, the league is facing a serious crisis. Game after game, the viewership keeps sinking lower. The buzz is fading fast.
I understand Caitlin Clark is a superstar in the making, okay? I understand she's arguably a generational talent. I get all of that. But to put something like this up and to just sit there and say that she's the reason why the WNBA ratings are what they are is straight up dumb.
Let's be honest. Caitlin Clark is the driving force behind WNBA viewership. The numbers speak for themselves. When Caitlin's on the court, the league pulls in over 1 million viewers. When it's A'ja Wilson, barely 400,000. Now, with both the reigning MVP and Rookie of the Year out, the WNBA is in disarray. The excitement's fading, and so are the fans.
Only the Aces sell out every game. They got 4 Olympians. They got A'ja Wilson, unanimous MVP. They got Kelsey Plum, who was the #1 overall pick. Jackie Young was on the Olympic team. Chelsea Gray was on the Olympic team. I don't get it.
This is what happens when you fail to protect your biggest star. Game after game, Caitlin Clark was poked, pushed, and shoved, with no calls, not even in the playoffs. She walked away with a black eye, and the league turned a blind one. Now, the WNBA is paying the price. Since Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever were eliminated, the league has struggled to maintain any real momentum. But this wasn't just a team being knocked out. It was a turning point. Her absence has exposed just how vital she is to the WNBA's popularity. The result? A steep decline in viewership and a crisis that many within the league didn't anticipate, or worse, chose to ignore.
Equality, and now that there is the chance for them to start getting paid more because the exposure's up. Because it's her, you have people like, what's her name, Jamelia Hill or what? I can't stand her. Yeah. You got these women who are coming on here and they're saying it's because she's one.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a rising star. She's a phenomenon who transcends the sport. Her electrifying style of play, magnetic personality, and global appeal have made her the heart of the WNBA's most watched matchups. But with her absence, the numbers are doing all the talking. The Indiana Fever's early exit sent shockwaves through the league. Since Clark's departure, ratings have nosedived. Early reports show viewership was slashed in half almost immediately, with subsequent playoff games experiencing even sharper declines. What was once poised to be a landmark season has quickly become a sobering reality check. The Caitlin Clark effect wasn't just a boost. It was the engine driving the WNBA's momentum.
There's a reason 12 million people are watching ESPN for a game. If that game was on CBS, they probably would have had 25, 30 million people watching that game.
The WNBA's dependence on Caitlin Clark may have been inevitable. From the moment she stepped foot on the court, her talent, charisma, and star power made her a sensation. She didn't just elevate the Indiana Fever. She transformed them into the league's main attraction. Wherever the Fever played, it was Clark's fans who filled the seats, often outnumbering and outcheering the home crowd. Road games felt like home games, and every appearance became an event. She wasn't just a player, she was the pulse of the league.
Every single time that they were on the road, you even had Dallas Wings players saying, like, it kind of sucks seeing so many Indiana Fever in 2020 or 22 jerseys in the stands, but it's also cool to see a lot of people in the stands. Like, Indiana Fever was turning away games into home games, and so it's kind of sad that through all of that, Caitlin was still advocating for players on the other team to get bonuses because she saw the kind of money and eyeballs and viewership that all of this was generating.
Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA has been nothing short of revolutionary. Fans tuned in to watch her every move. whether she was sinking deep three-pointers or leading fast breaks with surgical precision. Her electric style of play is a rarity in the league, drawing comparisons to some of the NBA's most marketable stars. What sets Clark apart isn't just her skill. It's her ability to bring in a whole new generation of basketball fans. Many who had never followed the WNBA are now fully engaged thanks to her. She's bridged the gap between casual viewers and die-hard supporters, building a fan base that stretches beyond traditional boundaries. In a short time, she's become one of the most captivating and sought-after athletes in all of sports. Since Clark's departure, the WNBA has felt a palpable void. The energy and excitement that defined the regular season have faded, leaving behind a noticeable drop in fan engagement. Viewers who had made a habit of tuning in to watch her electrify the court now find themselves disconnected from the playoff narrative. No other player has been able to replicate her rare blend of star power, on-court brilliance, and mass appeal, making her absence all the more glaring as the postseason unfolds.
Game 1 of the playoffs, the Fever had nearly 2 million viewers tuning in, while all the other games had around 400,000. Even the WNBA Countdown, which was aired before the Indiana Fever game, had more viewers than 2 of the series.
The WNBA's mishandling of Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise has turned out to be a costly misstep. Throughout the season, the league seemed hesitant, almost reluctant, to fully embrace her as the generational star she had quickly become. Clinging to an outdated old guard mentality, the WNBA treated Clark like just another rookie, rather than acknowledging the unprecedented wave of excitement and visibility she brought to the sport. Instead of capitalizing on the momentum, the league appeared to downplay her impact, and now the consequences are playing out in real time.
The only one that I've seen other than Steph Curry that can do that. She's incredible. She's the best player to, I've said this all year. She's the best player to watch playing basketball other than Steph Curry.
To make matters worse, the WNBA has chosen to keep the voting process anonymous, igniting outrage among fans who feel Caitlin Clark was unjustly denied what was rightfully hers. Transparency in award voting is crucial for maintaining credibility, and by keeping the process secret, the WNBA has only intensified fan frustrations. Many believe this was a calculated move to shield the league from any potential backlash or scrutiny from Clark's massive fan base. Instead, it has backfired spectacularly, sparking a full-blown uproar among her supporters.
Who's the best player in the country?
To the media or me?
As you see it.
I feel like I'm the best player in the country.
The decision to deny Caitlin Clark the title of the 6th unanimous Rookie of the Year in WNBA history has created a deep divide between the league and its fans. Outraged supporters are demanding answers, accusing the WNBA of failing to give Clark the recognition she earned. The controversy over the voting process has only fueled the fire, with fans voicing their frustration and calling for transparency.
NBA has handled Clark's ascent.
Ever since, Angel Reese had that injury, to me, and also coming off of Olympic break, Caitlin Clark separated herself. Yeah. She should have been unanimous. Now, to celebrate her, one thing that people forget is as a rookie, she was the most blitzed player in the WNBA, and she still put up 19, 5, and 8 assists.
Do you want me to just say I told you so, or are you willing to say, Stephen A., you did tell us? Really? Caitlin Clark is the golden goose.